Okay, we should have a cab there shortly.
About 90 miles from the city, in a Connecticut suburb, these dispatchers will soon be sending someone like Ronnie Raymond a wheelchair-accessible cab here in Manhattan.
I should have that option, just the way you do.
So they farmed the system out to a Connecticut company, Metro Taxi, where these dispatchers will monitor accessible cabs from this station, watching their every move via GPS.
People are used to dialing 311. They'll simply work their way through the system to order an accessible taxi cab, and then that'll just transfer that number up to here.
It's the city's second attempt to start a dispatch system for the disabled. The first try, 4 years ago, was a complete failure.
There was a lot of miscommunication.
So here's how it works this time. For the closest available driver to the disabled caller, a message will pop up here. That driver has to take the ride or face a fine. The system is paid for by the cab industry, and cabbies are being reimbursed for the time it takes to accept a dispatch and arrive at the passenger's location.
The taxi industry has not been accessible to people in wheelchairs. We're fixing that.
The first time around, it took a half hour to get a ride. The TLC hopes to cut that by more than half. The system was rarely used, averaging 8 rides a day. In Connecticut, by 10 Friday morning, they had 12 calls logged, albeit the program is still being tested.
We've had people get cabs in 5 and 10 minutes. We've also, unfortunately, had people waiting half an hour because we just didn't have a trained available cab in the area.
The city has pledged to sell 2,000 new accessible medallions, but that plan is currently tied up in state court. Right now, the city has only 233 accessible cabs, so passengers, like Raymond, remain cautiously optimistic.
Neither the TLC or Metro Taxi have a specific launch date for the dispatch system. They do say it should be up and running in the next few weeks. In West Haven, Connecticut, Courtney Gross, New York 1.